Bodyguard, air to post! Post! Good! Reset! Hook! Powder! Hook! Power! March!
And now, finally, taught by our Lord and trust in his promises, our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth.
Welcome to the Theodore L. Newton Jr. and George F. Azraq Border Patrol Station in Murrieta, California. That's the first time I got to say that. Feels pretty good. Now I would like to introduce you to one of the primary catalysts behind this day of celebration, and that's Congressman Darrell Issa.
In Washington, we often note when we come after the first speaker that probably everything that need be said has been said, but not by us. Today is historic because for the first time in Border Patrol history, we are recognizing and naming a location after your fallen comrades. Secondly, that this naming after Ted Newton and George Azraq is not about them, it's about what all of you do as law enforcement agents of our country every day and have been doing since the founding. On behalf of a proud country and a grateful country, thank all of you in uniform here today for what you do, and thank the families for the sacrifice that your loved ones made so long ago. It has been a pleasure being part of this, but it has also been a privilege. And I thank all of you who worked with me. We understand you've got a heck of a lobby in Washington, and I think you should be proud, because in fact, you are not without some representation. You do not serve in complete silence, and I appreciate that. When I first came to Washington, I wasn't sure I appreciated it, but as the years have gone on, and I've realized that you cannot make the same requests that the private sector can, and there have to be those who bring to our attention needs that have not been met. So I'm here today to say you are being heard in Washington, perhaps not enough, but certainly not for any lack of trying by those that you've entrusted to represent you. Again, it's an honor to be here, and I look forward very much to hearing the rest of the statements and joining with the family afterwards. Thank you.
And it's a particular honor for all of us, all uniformed officers here, to have the families of Patrol Inspectors Ted Newton and George Azraq sitting with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now very, very proud to introduce our next speaker, the daughter of Patrol Inspector Ted Newton, Mrs. Margaret Day.
Years ago when we were here, we were surprised to hear that this possibly was going to happen, and of course somebody jokingly said of take an act of Congress, which of course it did. But of course, you know, at Border Patrol, you tell them that maybe something can't be done, and you know they're just always up for the challenge to do that. So of course, Congressman, all the work of the people, and of course the people that wrote letters and diligently you know, worked hard to make this happen, we greatly appreciate. Also for us, we, I don't like the word closure, but there is no closure. We still fight the Parole Commission, and I am just so honored to know that over 4,000 signatures, proud and humbled that this has happened. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to have with us today the brother of Patrol Inspector George Azraq. I'd like to introduce Mr. Russell Azraq.
George and I became very close as I entered high school. He loved being outdoors. He couldn't believe he was actually being paid to do something he really enjoyed. And to go a step further, he also expressed tremendous compassion. I'd like to express our appreciation to everybody that's here today.
I'm the daughter of Theodore Newton Jr., who the station's been named after, him and his partner, George Azarack. When we were here 2 years ago for the dedication ceremony that they did for the memorial inside, they had surprised us at the end and said that they would, try and get the station renamed, which it does have to go through Congress and have the president sign off of. And that's what I was saying earlier. The Border Patrol is up to the challenge, and they went to work and made it happen. And it's the first station ever, so we're very honored. Time will pass, and we will also leave this world. This will always be here forever. So they have not been forgotten, not only by us, but the Border Patrol family and the United States of America.